Shit.
For real. Let it go.
What unfolds when trust shatters and history comes face to face with its own creation? Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the flawless superstar who reshaped the sport, is now caught in a storm that has nothing to do with punches or titles. This battle is rooted in broken bonds. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the explosive talent Mayweather once guided and protected, has crossed the line from student to challenger, and now the tension runs deeper than boxing. This isn't business anymore. It's deeply personal. At the center of the turmoil stands Calvin Ford, the mentor who built Tank from the ground up, now aligned with Floyd through Mayweather Promotions. What followed sent shockwaves through boxing. A tense face-off between Floyd and Tank spiraled out of control, erupting into a heated clash that nearly turned into chaos. Fans watched in disbelief as emotions boiled over. This isn't ego clashing with ego, it's a ruthless struggle over influence, legacy, and who really holds the keys. Brace yourself, because this saga delivers raw emotion, confrontation, and jaw-dropping twists. And it all traces back to one controversial move. When Calvin Ford, the man who never left Tank's side, chose to partner with Mayweather Promotions, it wasn't just a career shift. For Tank, it felt like the ultimate act of disloyalty.
He been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like, dang, do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the same.
Because Calvin was never just another trainer. He was the architect behind Tank's rise, molding him into a feared finisher and carrying him from Baltimore's rough gyms to the brightest stages in the sport. For years, Tank and Calvin moved as one, their bond seemingly unshakable. But Ford's decision to align himself with Floyd shattered that foundation, setting off a chain reaction that no one in boxing saw coming.
It's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran.
Tank has never hidden the tension between himself and Floyd, often calling out what he saw as manipulation and a lack of respect for his evolution. So when Calvin suddenly appeared alongside Floyd, it crossed a line. To Tank, it wasn't just disappointing, it was unforgivable. And there was no chance he was going to let that slide in silence.
I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like, dang, do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for.
The breaking point came at a high-profile charity function in Las Vegas. An event meant to celebrate goodwill and unity instead became the spark for open conflict, as simmering tensions between Floyd and Tank finally boiled over in full view of the public. Tank stepped directly into Floyd's space with cameras rolling, openly blasting him for bringing Calvin Ford into his circle. Davis made it clear he felt stripped of the one person who truly believed in him, accusing Floyd of being unable to handle his success unless he controlled it. Floyd fired right back, reminding Tank that his rise came through him, dismissing the idea that Calvin's presence would change anything and brushing it off with pure arrogance. The atmosphere instantly tightened as voices rose and tempers flared. Onlookers said the exchange was volatile, with both men talking over each other in a verbal war. Tank claimed Floyd was deliberately holding him back out of envy, while Floyd doubled down on his long-standing narrative, painting Tank as someone who forgot who opened the doors for him in the first place.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he.
The shouting match escalated almost instantly into physical chaos. The moment Tank shoved Floyd, the situation exploded. People from both sides stormed in, trying, and failing, to restore order as the scene spiraled out of control. Fists began to fly amid the confusion. Clips from the incident captured Tank throwing punches at someone from Floyd's entourage, while Floyd was restrained by security as the melee unfolded around him.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck this nigga playing with. I don't pay your motherfucking haste. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker.
Calvin Ford was there as everything unraveled, stepping in with the intent to calm things down, but that only fueled Tank's rage. Davis turned his fury toward his former mentor, hurling accusations and branding him a traitor in front of everyone. The chaos dragged on for several intense minutes before security finally managed to regain control. While no serious injuries were reported, the fallout was unavoidable. The incident left lasting scars, further damaging public images and completely shattering a relationship that was already hanging by a thread.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it. Mentally.
In the days following the brawl, Tank went live on Instagram, speaking straight to his supporters with raw honesty. Floyd's always about control. He can't handle me doing my own thing, he declared. He also revealed how the drama was taking attention away from his next bout with Lamont Roach. I should be zeroed in on my fight, but instead I'm stuck cleaning up this chaos. They want to break me, but I'm built for this. This clash isn't just personal, it's a battle of philosophies. Floyd embodies the old-school model, a calculated, controlling force who dominates every corner of his empire. Tank, on the other hand, represents a new wave of fighters who prize independence, authenticity, and the freedom to forge their own path.
He was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
As the dust begins to settle, one question hangs over Tank's career: how will he move forward from here? With Calvin Ford now firmly in Floyd's camp, Tank faces a double challenge. It's not just Lamont Roach standing across the ring in his next fight, it's also the looming narrative that he can't thrive without his former team, and make no mistake, this matchup is serious business. Lamont Roach is a formidable opponent, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Gervonta Davis isn't just another fighter, he's a knockout artist whose record demands respect, undefeated with a jaw-dropping string of stoppages. Fans still remember the savage body shot that flattened Ryan Garcia like a ragdoll. Every time Tank steps into the ring, it's more than a fight, it's a declaration.
About Tank is, Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
he was doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of.
And that's exactly what makes this showdown so captivating. Tank enters as the clear favorite, but this fight isn't merely about adding another win to his record, it's a statement. It's about showing the world he still reigns supreme and that no one in his weight class can challenge him. Naturally, with that status comes immense pressure, and all eyes will be on him to deliver. Roach may lack the single-shot knockout power that Tank carries, but what he brings to the ring is pure technical mastery. A sharp counterpuncher with flawless footwork, he knows how to get under the skin of aggressive fighters like Davis. Roach has spent countless hours dissecting Tank's style, and during their face-off, he sent a clear message: he's not stepping into the ring to be just another name on Davis's highlight reel.
But nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to pin humility. Back home. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed of minute and reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the quillican as I'm thinking about an evil intent of another feet. I'm killing it. Cause even if I gotta end up needing it, feel it can even get it.
With Calvin Ford no longer in his corner, all eyes are on how Tank will handle this fight under new guidance. His new coach, Derek James, brings a wealth of knowledge and experience. Interestingly, James isn't a stranger to Tank. He previously trained Frank Martin, Tank's most recent adversary. Having studied Tank extensively from the other side, James knows all of his strengths and habits. But now, the tables have turned, and he's tasked with using that insight to prepare Tank for what could be one of his most critical fights yet.
Gotta watch these guys, man. He's a fighter, yeah. He was a Golden Glove champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like, I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad if you're gonna add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yes, young.
Yeah. Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing. Yeah. Listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
they sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I went. Yeah. I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be popular.
From Ford to James, the real test will be seeing whether this coaching change elevates Tank or sets him back. For Calvin Ford, aligning with Mayweather Promotions has been a gamble with mixed results. It's a chance to collaborate with one of boxing's brightest minds, but it came at the price of his bond with Tank. The journey has been dramatic, from Ford once defending Tank and openly criticizing Floyd, to now standing in Floyd's corner himself.
You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we see what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but
So what drove Calvin Ford, the man who has always had Tank's back, to make such a sudden shift? While Ford has stayed mostly silent publicly, sources close to him suggest that he sees this as a rare chance to elevate his own career and sees new opportunities in the boxing world.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets it.
Floyd's empire is colossal, and stepping into Mayweather Promotions gives Ford access to top-tier fighters, unprecedented exposure, and the chance to be part of high-profile bouts, opportunities he likely couldn't have reached on his own.
His lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event.
But it's not only about career growth. Rumor has it that Ford may also be harboring some frustration toward Tank, especially after the whirlwind of recent events, from legal battles and court appearances to Tank's highly publicized personal ups and downs.
Put your hands behind the box.
You got handcuffs?
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me, nah.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but
joining Mayweather Promotions might be Ford's strategy to align with a professional, stable team, something he hasn't consistently found working alongside Tank.
He didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. One day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You worried about your living.
And Tank's reaction? Let's just say it's far from calm. Insiders reveal he feels completely betrayed, interpreting Ford's decision as choosing Floyd over him. Rumors had already stirred tension, with whispers that Ford might have shared private training insights with Floyd. This official signing only deepened the wound, making the betrayal sting even more.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then,
as the feud between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis escalates, one thing is undeniable: the sport has never witnessed drama this intense. What began as a professional clash has spiraled into a full-blown war, with careers and legacies hanging by a thread. So what exactly drove a wedge between Tank and Floyd? These two were once incredibly close, so how did it all fall apart? Let's dive in. Rumor has it that Floyd went to extreme lengths, allegedly sending people to intercept Tank during his training runs, striking when Tank was completely vulnerable. It doesn't stop there. Floyd is said to have spied on him and even tipped off Tank's former opponent, Frank Martin, about his location. Having worked alongside Tank for years, Floyd had intimate knowledge of his techniques, and he allegedly shared that insight with Martin. That kind of betrayal cut deep, and Tank didn't let it go unnoticed.
I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him.
But here's the shocker: Tank just dropped a bombshell that turned heads. Let's break it down. Floyd Mayweather is undeniably a boxing icon, but he's also notoriously protective of his family. His daughter, Yaya Mayweather, has constantly been in the headlines, often for tumultuous reasons, including her ups and downs with NBA YoungBoy. And now, according to Tank, there's even more drama stirring behind the scenes, and it's as wild as it gets.
I already knew about all that. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposed.
And that's a wrap for today's breakdown. If you loved the video, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're always up to date with our latest content. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.